Hello. Everybody say hello.
Hello.
Very good. Thank y'all for coming to today's speech. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to give a presentation today on term limits and the negative effect in which term limits have, or the lack of term limits, and the negative effect it is having on our political outlook. Today I'm going to give you three examples of three individuals who I feel are taking advantage of the situation with zero to little consequences. I'm 53 years old. Some of the people that are representing myself and you are older than what I am, and they are much older than what you may be. Age is not a deterrent to how good a political person can or cannot be. However, conditions do change. I'm in the operations department. I've been in operations over 30 years, and I can tell you there have been many things changes over processes, beliefs, policies. The workforce has changed, and yet our politicians remain in office with an unfair advantage. And today I'm going to show you several points about that. And accountability. Here in Oklahoma, we have Mr. Jim Imhoff. He's currently 82 years old, and he just ran for election again. In his tenure, he has missed 339 votes. 339 votes. Can each and every one of you imagine what would happen if you went to your employer? I've been employed here 20 years. I have not missed 339 days of what I'm paid to do. And yet again, he won. And I'm going to show you there's an incumbent advantage that also takes place with some of this. 339 votes, Mr. Imhoff has missed. Mr. Chuck Grassley, this is the incumbent advantage in which I speak of: outside influences, money they raise, and all this money is spent in the districts in which they are running in. Who does the money go to? Their friends, family friends, companies in which they work for all the time, influencers in their community. As you can see from this graph alone, the total raise in Mr. Grassley's campaign, $9,500,000. He spends $9 million in the district in which he's running. Person who's running against him, $2 million. Most of that is outside money. Is that an unfair advantage? Heavens, yes. I'm going to tell you from a personal example. I have run for just a much smaller seat in my own community of Moore, Oklahoma. I can't get in. I don't know the right people. Certainly qualified based upon what they were asking for, never given a chance. Certainly what I was doing was not $2 million, but between 9 and 2 is a large discrepancy and an unfair incumbent advantage. Even going further, Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell, unfair advantage. 2004, the individual's worth $3 million, $3.7 million. That's his personal net worth. 2012, he's worth $22 million. That's what is considered a civic duty. Politics was designed to be a civic duty, in and out, always changing, always resolving, representing the people in your area. From $3.7 million to $22 million at a 512% increase in personal wealth for what is considered to be a civic duty. The average income for the American household, such as myself, an American citizen, 0.194% negative. These things are being taken advantage of. Its government has become self-serving and the public has become uneducated because we're not shown the full truth. I am 53 years old. There are people older than me ensuring that they get elected again without properly representing the people. In conclusion today, I want to talk about term limits. They're a way to cut off the fat. They go 3 years, 4 years, and they spend the entire year trying to get again. Mr. Imhoff has announced that this is his final year. He's not going to next year. There will be fights. Term limits are a way to ensure that the people in power are making decisions for the group in which they represent. It's a much better way for everyone to get an opportunity to get into government. It's a better way for everyone's voice and opinions to be heard, and everyone feels as if they are being represented. Thank you all for listening to today's presentation. The end.